Alright, here we are at Oliva. Oliva is a new game from Pythagoras Games. It's coming out at Essen 2025, and Mayfair Games is going to import it into the United States. And it'll be available right about the same time as it's at Essen, and it'll be available at Mayfair Games and your local game stores very shortly thereafter. Oliva is their third game in their series of small games on Portuguese industries. This one, in particular, is based on the olive oil industry in Portugal, where cafe was the coffee and lata was about tinning sardines. This game is like the other games, cafe and lata. And they're about the industry, but the gameplay is very different for each game, and this one is no exception. It's a deck builder. Each player will have 9 cards in their basic deck, and they will generate more cards through the game. And the goal is to score points. You get points by collecting victory cards and flags, which I'm going to show you now. There's a central market, and the central market is comprised of 3 different cards that have 3 different selections in each one. And these cards show either individual countries, so Spain, Morocco, Greece, Italy, or international markets, which just are these big ones here. Any number in a laurel is a victory point, so this card here is worth 4 victory points, 6 points, 5 points. In addition to the market cards, there are some special action cards you can buy. The special action cards come in 2 varieties. One is an action that increases the value of that action, and there's also some other victory point cards. So for example, this one here is 2 victory points for each Turkish flag you have. At the start of the game, these are shuffled back into the deck, and it always starts with 3 special actions. Each player has a little player board. There are 9 starting cards, 2 olive oil, 2 olives, and 4 money. There are variable setup cards. After you played it for a while, you can use the variable setup cards, which will change the amount of olive oil and money you start the game with. So each player has the same set of 9 cards, and we're going to show these out and explain the flow of the play at the same time here. So let's go ahead and shuffle these around a little bit here. All right, so the first one I'm going to talk about is this one here, which is simply growing olives. When you play this card, you grow an olive. You'll get 1 olive. The olive are these black cubes here, and just grab one from the bank and slap it into your area. That's easy enough, and that's what these 2 cards do. You have 2 grows in your basic deck. Next thing you can do is you can press olives. You can turn 2 olives into 1 olive oil, which are the yellow cubes. So if I played that, I could take these 2 olives, turn them in, and get 1 olive oil back. That one's easy enough. And the next card is your potatoes and grapes. Frequently, olive farmers would also grow potatoes and grapes to earn extra cash. And that's what this card does. When you play this, you will get 1 coin. And that's again right here. And now we're going to talk about the special cards. You have a trash card. What this will do is a burn pit card, or whatever you want to call it. This will let you burn 1 card you've collected, and that will go out of your deck and into this burn pile down here. The nice thing about the burned cards is that you don't lose them. They will come back at the end of the game. Any burned cards will also score victory points. But they are no longer part of your rotation of your normal deck. So it's a great way of getting rid of cards that might be great for scoring, but not great for playing. Next up is this here, the grinder here that will let you turn money into the fancy cards. And that's what this here is. So each of these has a cost based on where they are and what position they are. So this first position cost $1, the second position cost $2, and this third position cost $3. So if I wanted to buy this card there, it would cost me $1. And these cards all do extra things. So this here is an industry which produces an olive oil just by itself. So you play this card, you get an olive oil, which is pretty nice. This here is a dual use card. You can either use it for trucking or you can use it for potatoes and grapes. And either way you use it, you'll get $1, but I'll explain why there's a choice in a second. And the last one is a fancy press, where you can press 1 olive to get 1 olive oil, versus the standard one, which is 2 olives for olive oil. So that's very, very nice. And again, the laurels are victory points. So you can see these are also worth 1 victory point at the end of the game. So that's why you may want to play this. It'll let you buy these fancy cards, which will enhance your play in the future. Anything you buy will go into your discard pile, but your discard pile will get reshuffled into your draw pile throughout the game. The last 3 cards are your market cards, and each of these corresponds to one of these. So this yellow bottle here will correspond to this yellow row. The can will correspond to this row, and the green bottle will correspond to this row. These all work in the same way, but you're just limited to what row you can interact with. So this, for example, the yellow bottle will let me purchase one of these 3 cards. The cost to purchase these are an olive oil, which you can see here. That first card slot is worth cost 1 olive oil. The second one costs 2 olive oil, and the third one costs 3 olive oil. So what they do is they provide you either victory points for these or flags. The flags may be worth victory points at the end of the game, depending on some circumstances. When you buy it, you spend the money required. So if I wanted to buy the Spanish flag, I'd spend 1 olive oil, and then this would then go into my discard pile. Your other option, though, is you may discard one of these to the board, to the discard area up here at the top, and get this special ability at the bottom. So if I discarded this instead of buying it, I could then trash a card from my deck. If I discarded this one instead of buying it, I would get $1. And again, discard this one instead of buying it, I would get to trash a card. When you discard it, it goes into this row here. And this row will tell you what the flags are worth at the end of the game. So at this point, if I discard this, I would make all the Spanish flags worth 1 point. And as more Spanish flags are discarded, the Spanish flags that are left will be worth more and more points. So that's one of the ways the flags get points, is by discarding them into the discard row. And again, each of these refers to its own row. So this canned olive oil would refer to this row. And again, I would buy these as straight victory points. You can't discard these, you can only buy them. You can only discard the local flags. So those are the main actions. On your turn, at the start of the game, you are going to randomly choose 2 of these cards and flip them up at the top of your player board. You're then going to draw 5. So we're going to go ahead and draw 5 out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then all the players are going to do the same thing. So we are going to virtually play these guys. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle up and deal 2 up. And we'll just randomly put 2 face down there. And then they will randomly discard the 3 other cards they drew. So they would draw 5, put 2 down, and discard the other 3. And we're going to do the same for these. So get 2 face up, 2 face down, and then we're going to put 3 cards into the discard pile. And then lastly, 2 face up, 2 face down, and then 1, 2, 3. Oops. 1, 2, 3. In there. So we've discarded the 3 cards. All right. So now I'm going to choose 2 of these cards to put face down here. And the neat thing about Oliva is the actions you do all have this icon. So when I'm doing a grow action, it has this grow icon. And any card visible with that same icon, I also get to use. So for example, taking a look at my stuff here, I can see there's a grapes and potatoes there. So let's do one of these. If I do that, and then I'm going to choose another one, let's choose this one here, like that. And we'll show you how this all works here. Actually, instead of that one, let's do this one. So I would discard these 3. Let's talk about the way the play works. In a 4-player game, you can see here, you're going to play 3 rounds. So you take these round cards, grab 3 of them, and then these are out of the game. At the start of the round, we reveal a card, and each of these will have a flag on it. And you can see, for example, this is a Greek flag, and there's 2 Greek flags within those 9 cards. That's a little idea of how many that are potentially available. And at this point, Greek flags are now worth 1 point. So if someone collects this, it'll be worth 1 point at the end of the game. So it gives you a little head start about what cards might be worth points at the end of the game. How does a round work? Well, a round works by looking at these markers here. There's a first player, and they're going to be the first player throughout the game. But a round consists of each player playing all their actions. So I'm going to do an action, and then red will do an action, blue will do an action, green will do an action. Then I'll do my second action, second action, second action, second action. Then this will move, the active player marker will move, and we'll do it again. And this will move, and we'll do it again, and this will move, we'll do it again, and then finally, when it's back to me, that is the end of the round. So you will be playing 8 cards in each round. 1 set of 2, another set of 2, another set of 2, and a final set of 2 before the end of the round. So in the entire game, you're going to play 24 cards. So it's really tight, and because the way the play flows, it's deciding what to do is an interesting decision. So, so what's going to happen here in the first turn? I'm going to flip one of these cards up. Let's say I flip this one up. Now I look to see if there's any face-up cards that match, and there is. The red player has one, and that is it. So I get to do both of these actions. So I get $1 from that, and $1 from that. So I'm going to collect $2. Okay. And now the red player goes, and they're going to flip one, and we'll just flip one at random. And he played a press. So he's got one press out there, and if we look around, there's a press there. There's a press there. So he can press 3 times. Well, he's only got 2 olives, so he is just going to press once. And so he uses 2 olives and turns into olive oil. And the next player goes. And they decided to interact with the green market. And again, there's a green market here, so they can interact twice with the green market. They only have 2 olive oil, so they may not want to do that twice, but they might. So let's have him buy this Moroccan flag, which costs 1 olive oil. And then he's going to discard, as a second action, discard the Spanish flag, which will allow him to collect 1 olive. So he spends an olive oil to buy the Moroccan flag, and then he discards the Spanish flag. So the Spanish flag stays in the discard pile, and the Moroccan flag goes to his discard pile. And now all the Spanish cards are worth 1 point, so this is worth 1 point at the end of the game. And then the green player is going to flip over, and they also flipped over potatoes and grapes. So, but now, there's 3 out there. So he collects $3. 1, 2, 3. He's a rich one. All right. Note if I'd flipped this over first, and I would be the one collecting $3, but I didn't. So next one, I flip over. I want to buy a card. Has anybody else got a card buy? Nobody else has a card buy, so I'm the only one. By the way, this replenishes at the end of a player's turn. So it's always full on your turn. So I can buy one card since there's only one card available. So I could buy this one here, which produces olive oil. I could do this one, which produces money on either one of those kind of actions. Or I can buy this press. This is really nice press. But I think getting a straight olive oil sounds great. So I'm going to buy this one here. Excuse me. And because it's in the first slot, it costs me $1. So I spend one of my $6 here and pop that in there. And that's my second action. And then we flip over a second action here. We're going to grow, which is good because he just pressed a bunch. He probably should have growed first, but he didn't. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 of those out. So he grows 4 olives. Note if he'd done that first, he would have had 6 olives, and when he pressed, he could have pressed all of them and had much more olive oil. But since we're doing them randomly, he did them wrong. So we'll do this next one over here. Oh, he also did grapes and potatoes. That's 1, 2, 3, $4, which is a nice chunk of cash. 3, 4. So he is now a rich person. So he's got $8, and then we flip over the last card, and he's also going to the green bottle market. There's 1, 2, 3 green bottles out, so you can interact 3 times. He only has 2 olive oils, though. So maybe he buys this for 1 olive oil, and then he can't do anything else, but he could sell this. He could discard this to get $1, and I think he'll do that. And this resets. Again, these replenish at the end of the player's turn. And we'll replenish this. So this here is a buy card, and we'll let you buy from either market. So you choose when you play it. I'm going to interact with the green market or the can market. It'd be your choice. You can't interact with both, just one or the other. And then you would count the appropriate amounts. So if you wanted to do the can stuff, you would count cans. If you want to do the green stuff, you'd count the green bottles. So that is the end of the first part of the round. And now there's a little bit of resetting. So what happens here is that your top cards go into the discard pile and your bottom cards slide up. And that happens for everybody. So these 2 would go in the discard pile. These 2 would slide up. These 2 go to the discard pile. These 2 slide up. These 2 go to the discard pile. And along with this one. These 2 would slide up. And then now we draw our new hand. So I draw these the last 2 cards. And then I take my discard pile, give it a riffle, and grab 3 more cards. So I always have a choice of 5 at the start of my turn. And we're going to play around with these guys. They would have these 2, and then they would grab 3 more from their discard pile. 1, 2, 3, and then we're just going to randomly put out 2. And let's see how it goes. All right. And we'll do the same thing here. So we grab those 2, flip these over, randomize these up, grab 3 more, 1, 2, 3, randomize these up, and and pop these 2. Come on. Well, they're not going to play a dead card, so the flag cards do nothing. So we'll give them a real card instead. And then over here, I got these 2. Group these up here, randomize them to 3 more. 1, 2, 3. choose 2. And again, these will go to the discard pile. All right, so now we can look around and see what we got here. What we got? Got some cash, but my buy card is there already, so I can't do a buy. Unless I do a yellow bottle, which will, oh, no, not, sorry, a green bottle. I could discard that to do a buy. That might be something exciting to do. And I do have a green bottle I could play. I can also grow some olives. There's only one olive out there, so maybe not. What else could I do? I can press, but I only have 2 olives, and there's already another press out there. You know, growing, I'm kind of short on olives, so let's do some olives. I kind of want this press, so maybe I'll do a green bottle too. And we'll see how that goes. So we're gonna flip those over and discard those. And now we're ready to go. So in the second playthrough, the active player moves, and now he's first. So everybody will have an opportunity to be first in each round of play. So it kind of evens out, because going first is kind of disadvantaged. There's less cards visible. Going last, there's more cards visible. So we're gonna pick one of these. You don't have to go left or right. You can go either way. These aren't, you don't have to remember them. You can look at them before you flip if you wish. But we're doing these guys randomly, so we're just gonna flip one over. And he's gonna do the green bottle. Ooh, well, the green bottle is quite good. There's 1, 2, 3, 3 green bottles available. So he can interact with all of these. He has 3 olive oils. So he's just going to buy these first 2 for 1 olive oil and 2 olive oil, so total 3 olive oil. 1, 2, 3. If I can get it back in there. And he doesn't have 3 more olive oil, otherwise you could buy this, but he can discard it. He's going to discard this. So Spanish flags are now worth 2 points, and he can do his action, so you can buy a card. And you know what? He likes that press too, so he's going to buy this press. And that costs $2, so he's going to spend $2 on that. And then these are going to go into his discard pile over there, hopefully to be drawn in the future. And then we reset these. So this comes down, and we flip over 3 here. So you can see it can get quite powerful. By duplicating other folks' cards, you can get quite a few actions out of your 1 card play. So we're going to flip over one of these, and we got a press. There's 1 press here, there's 1 press here, and that is it. So we can press up to 4 olives. He's only got 3 olives, so he's going to press these 2 olives for 1 olive oil. And then he's done. And I'm going to flip over here, I'm going to flip that over, and we're going to go with the yellow market. We got only one yellow market available, so you can do one of these. And he's got 1 olive oil, so you could buy this. The Spanish flags are worth 2 already, so why not? So he's going to buy the Spanish flag, and now he can trash a card. Oh, he can't trash a card, he's buying it. So he's just going to go in discard pile. Oops, let's put it down. Like that. And this resets. Everything slides down. I get a new one. And now I'm going to flip one of mine. Let's flip over. You know, I think we're going to flip over the green bottle. The green bottle is already maxed out. And maybe we can get somebody else to do an olive next round. So let's do the green bottle first. So maybe I can get a couple more olives on my olive play. So again, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 green bottles out. There's only 3 things to interact with, so and I'm probably not going to buy that since I only had 2 olive oil. So what are we going to? These are my 2 things to do with. I could buy a card, which would be nice. I have $5, and I could also trash a card potentially. But that's worth points. So let's grab an Italian flag for 2 olive oil. So 1, 2. I'm not very good at tossing these into the bag. I think if I made these a little bigger. Play around and make it just a little bigger. Make it a little easier to toss it into. There we go. All right. And so I'm going to buy that. And then let's discard this Moroccan flag, which will let me do a buy action. Ooh, I got this double trash card. That's really nice, but it's $3. I got a double market, or one of the other markets, which is nice. Lets me buy more cards. That's how I'm going to win the game, right? You get lots of victory cards that way. Or I could get this. Will get you some cash to be able to buy more cards. Ooh, it's a tough choice. I think we will, as early on, I think getting some cash is good. So we're going to get this card here for $1, and it's cheap. And then maybe I can squeeze in and get these other cards before somebody else snaps them up. So, lots of international markets. Oh, look at this, a double grow. Get 2 olive oils on a grow. That seems decent. And those go in my discard pile. All right, and then we go on. He's going to flip over a new card. He's doing a grow. Hey, see, it worked out. So this grow now will be worth 1 more. So we got 1, 2. 2 olives showing, so he gets 2 olives. 1, 2 olives. And over here, we're going to flip this over. We've got a can, and there's only 1 can available. So they have 2 olives, so they could buy any of these. 6 points sounds better than 4 points, so let's do the 6 points. That flips over. These 2 olives go into the discard there. All right, and this gets reset. And we're flipping over this next card. And again, this is, they wouldn't have played that one. We'll just grab one, a random one off the deck here. And they also went to the can market, but now there's 2 cans available. But they only have 1 olive oil. They have a pile of cash though, so they're going to discard this Turkish card to buy something from the market. And it's $3, but they got a ton for a double olive. Yeah, we'll do it. So we're going to buy this card for $3. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll spend an olive oil on this 4 points. And then that is their action. All right, we revealed a victory point card. So there are some victory point cards in these special cards. The victory point cards don't go in the main row, they go below the main row. So there'll be more cards available as victory cards come up. There's no limit, you can have as many victory cards out as you want. At the end of the game, the victory cards will tell you how they score. So in this case, each Greek flag you have is worth 2 points, in addition to whatever they are up here. So this Greek flag here is currently worth 1, but if this player had this, they would get 2 more for it. So it's pretty good. And this is the cost for it. So to buy this card, it costs you 1 coin, as opposed to a standard cost there. So now we reveal another one. And we got a truck that produces $2. Ooh, that's nice. All right. And then the last action of the round is a grow. And now we waited, we were patient, so we actually got a bonus. So 1, 2, 3. So you have 3 olives instead of 2 olives. 1, 2, 3. Again, maximizing your cards is always a good thing in the game. So that would end that group of actions. This would now move over, and then we would discard these top cards. These would slide up, and we're going to discard these top cards. These would slide up, And we'll go ahead and set these guys up. So there's 2 cards left here. And so these would come on over. Give these a riffle. Deal out 3 more. So now there's 5. And we'll put 2 random and out. And slap those over there. And again, discard these 2. Slide these up. There's 3 cards here. There's different amounts because the different players bought different things. So there's 2 left over there. And I'm going to do 2 random ones here. And discard these. And over here, we're going to discard those. Slide these up. There's 3 left here. So I'm going to randomize, grab 2 more. And then group them, randomize them, and slap 2 random there. These would be over in the draw pile. These would be in the discard pile. And then back to me. I would draw these 3 cards. And these would flip over. And I draw 2 more. 1, 2. And now we can see what we got here. Oh, I was really hoping to get a grow, but I didn't get a grow. I got a trash. I got my factory card, which produces an olive oil straight off, which seems like it might be a good idea. I can interact. I don't really have much in the way of olive oil to do anything with, though. I do want a card, so maybe I'll do something like this. So those will be my 2 actions. So go ahead and discard these. And grab them all at the same time, it's useful. And we're ready to go. So again, the start player is here. So I'm going to flip this card over. And he's going to trash a card. Well, that's easy enough. When you trash a card, you can trash from anywhere. You can trash a face-up card if you wish. Or you can trash from your deck or your discard pile, your choice. I think he's got something you can trash somewhere. Let's see, there we go. So these flag cards don't do anything, so you might as well just trash them. So he's going to trash this and put it underneath in his trash pile there. All right, next player is going to flip a card, and he's going to do a buy. And there's 1, 2, no, it's not 1, just 1 buy. There's only 1 buy out there. So they can buy 1 card. He could buy this Greek card, or he could buy a double trade, or get a truck for 2 coins. This double trash seems like a good idea, maybe. All right, I'll do a double trash like that. And that goes in this card pile, and we turn that over, and reset there, and that would be their turn. And then on to the first turn over here. Flip this over, and that is industry. There's no other industry here. No, this is the only industry in the game currently, so nobody else is going to share this action unless another industry comes up as a special action, which would let them interact with each other. So now that these trucks are out there, they can interact with each other, which could be nice. So I got an olive oil, and that is it. And then we flip one over here, and we got a trash card here. It's 1 trash card, 2 trash cards. So there's 2 trash cards. I'm not sure if this player's got anything to trash. Got anything? I don't remember. Yes, he's got that to trash. I think that's all he wants to trash. Let's see here. Oh, he can trash that one too. And we're gonna cheat because he wouldn't have put that out into his play area. So he's gonna trash these 2, which is nice. Get them out of the deck. So now it's all good stuff. And we got them over here, and we're finishing up. Again, this player wouldn't have bothered to do that, so Let's get another one. He did a grow action. 1, 2, 3. He grew three olives. So 1, 2, 3. Nice. That was a good thing for him, I think. And then over here, again, this player wouldn't have done that. I'm apparently good at drawing crap cards. All right. So you got a double trash. Well, we'll definitely trash that Spanish flag. Let's see, you got anything else in here worth a trash? Yep, you can trash that. And there's other trashes out. There's a trash there and a trash there. So you could trash 2 more cards. So you're going to trash that one. I don't think he wants to trash anything else. He's got a double grow. He could trash a single grow. Yeah, let's do that. So look at that. Trashed 4 cards with 1 action. That's pretty nice. And not only that, since he did it last, nobody else got to use the double action, which is nice. Because he looked through his draw deck, he would shuffle his draw deck after trashing. Okay. And then we'll flip this card. And I can do it by, there's 1, 2 buys out. I got $4. Burn a hole in my pocket. Let's take this truck for $2 and this one for the $1 there. So we get $3. Pop that out, and these would go into my discard pile. All right, and then the last action, flip that over. He's doing a press. And he's got the nice press. So we got 1 nice press, an okay press, and that's it. So he can press 2 olives for 1 olive over here and 1 olive for 1 olive over here. So you get rid of 3 of these. He doesn't have to use the ones, but in this case, I think he does. He wants some olive oil. All right, and that is the end of the round. So again, this will move over, and we're going to discard these top cards. Push these up. Now note, this is trash cards available. So we're going to grab those 3, move these over, shuffle that up, grab 2 more, and then we're going to pop out 2 cards there. We're going to do a quick check and make sure there's no scoring cards in there. All right, toss those 2, pop those 2 up. I got 5 cards, so this is going to come out. This is going to stay there. You don't move it over until you need to draw cards. So these are the 5 cards I'm going to deal with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go ahead and finish up before I decide. So we'll slide those up. This comes up. We got 4 cards left. So we're going to do 1 more. And we'll do 2 again. We'll just double check, make sure there's no scoring cards. There isn't. And then over here, we'll discard these 2. Slide these up. And we got 3 cards left. Grab 2 more. Give it a riffle. And there's no scoring cards. Oops. These would slide over. And these would be the discard. Alright, so now we're set for the new turn, and then we'll take a look and see what we want to do here. We got 5 olives. We could grow. There's a couple of grow. Alright, there's one. Yeah, it's not great. So we'll reduce 2 olives. We got 2 dead card. Oh, 1 dead card. So definitely won't play that one. Not terribly excited about growing olives. I don't have a press, so I can't press any of those. I could get some money. I only have $1, and I could potentially get some money with those 2 by playing both. Maybe even if someone else got a potato or grape in there, I might get an extra $1 out of it. I am going, well, I'm going second, so I'm not likely to benefit too much. So let's do that, though. Money's good. Money's a good thing to have. All right, so we're going to do that. Discard these. Group them. Wasn't the best draw, but it is what it is. All right. And we're going to draw, flip. We got an olive grow. So we got 2, 3, 3 olives. That's not good. Maybe I should have drawn. Maybe I should have grown some olives. All right, now it's back to me. And we're going to do the single one. So I get to look to see if there's any grapes or trucks. There's neither. So I get a whole whopping $1. Not terribly exciting. And flip this one over. Oh, he's growing. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 grapes, olives. 2, 3, 4. So there's 7 olives there. Flip one of these over. He's doing potatoes and grapes. So there's 1, 2. You can use this card because it has the same icon on it. You can use both. So you'll get $2. Oh, he's got money bags over here. He's got tons of cash. And then over here, we go the second round, flip that. He's also doing potatoes and grapes. So he gets 1, 2, $3. Oh, geez. Well, that's good for me because I doubled up. So we got, and now I'm going to flip mine over. Whoops. And now I get $1 plus $1 plus $1 plus $1. So I get a total of $4 from that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, that's a little better than the $1 I had at the start. And we flip this one over. He's going to the yellow market. And I think that is the only yellow market out there. So you can interact once. You get this Greek flag. We can get a Moroccan flag, or we could buy a $3. Let's just get this Moroccan flag. So we'll get a Moroccan flag, spend olive oil, and slide these down and replace. Oops, slack in here. I should have replaced that earlier. All right, and then over here, flip this over. We got to buy a card. We got 1, 2, 3 buy cards. So you can use a big pile of those cash to buy all kinds of stuff. If you want, you could buy all 3 of these. That might be interesting to do. Yeah, he's got the cash. Why not? He's going to spend $6 and buy all of these. Well, I don't know if that was a great decision or not, but it's done now. Whoops. Whoops, wrong bag there. Let's get those out. And the UPS guy showed up again. All right. So he bought 6 cards here, or 3 cards for the $6. And let's see here, where was I? And that was the last action of the round. And we replenish here. A victory card, so that comes down. Oh my lord, everything is ringing. That's a normal card, normal card, normal card. Okay, we got a press, 3 to get 2 oils. Got a double market to go to, and this is an industry or trucking, your choice. So that industry could interact with this industry here. And this victory card is 1 point for every trash card you have. Ooh, that's pretty good. Costs 3 coins though. It's not cheap. I don't have any trash cards. There are some other folks that do have some trash cards, like this guy. That's 4 victory points right there. That's pretty good. He's got a pile of cash. 2 victory points though on that side. This guy has just one trash card. All right, so this would now move over, and that would be the end of a round. And at the end of the round, reveal, at the beginning of the next round, we reveal another flag card. So now the Turkish cards are worth 2 points each. And we would go around again and doing the same thing we did before. So we each play opportunity to play 8 cards, and then we reveal the final round card and go around again playing 8 more cards. That would be the end of the game, and then you score. And the scoring is everything you got there. So the first thing that happens is you look at the amount of trash cards you have plus all the resources you have left over. So in this case, I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 leftover resources and trash cards. I divide that by 3, and that's how many points I would get for it. So I get 4 victory points for that. Then I'd look at my cards and see what I have. I don't know what I got here. Your basic cards are not worth anything at all. Oops, I threw that in my hand. So you don't have to worry about those. So I can ignore these blue cards here. And again, this is a prototype art. It's not, well, it's close to final art, but it's not the complete final art. For example, these player cards will have a background that's reminiscent of your player board. So these are the cards I acquired during the game. Now I was kind of doing a build-up and not worrying too much about points, and you can see pretty clearly I didn't get much. So this says I get 2 points for every Greek flag I have. I didn't collect any Greek flag, so that's worthless. This is an Italian flag, so we look up at the discards to see if there's any Italian cards in discard. There is 1, so this Italian flag is worth 1 point. This is worth nothing. This is worth nothing. This is worth 1 point up there. So I'd have a total of 2 points for the end of the game. Well, I can tell you right now that's not going to win. But let's take a look at these guys here. And again, same thing. The starting card's not worth anything. But we're going to flip the other cards over and see what he's got. And those are all starting cards, starting cards, starting cards, starting card. And these are not starting cards. Now he's actually got some points here. These are just 4 points each, so 4, 8, plus 1 is 9. He had 2 trash, so it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So he'd have 4 points for the leftover stuff. Plus 8 is 12, plus 1 is 13. And the Moroccan card is worth 2 points, so you have a total of 15 points. Well, he's done much better than me. All right, over here, I'm going to do this the right way. He's got 1 trash card, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Divide by 3, so he's got 3 points worth of stuff there. And then let's see what else he's collected. That's not anything currently. That's that. So he's got 3 points of stuff. Plus 6 is 9. Plus 1 is 10. And then he's got a Moroccan flag, which is worth 2. So that's the 12 points total. And these are not worth anything. And then last but not least, I think, is the green player. And we're going to go ahead and move this stuff over. That's a basic card, basic card, basic card, basic, 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 basic. And flip these over. Whoops, he had 4 in the trash, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 5 points worth of leftovers, 10, 14, 15 points, and the Spanish flag is worth 2 is 17 points. So I think green was our winner, 17 to my 2. Apparently I need to learn how to play this game. And again, that was just 1 round of a 3-round game. You can see with fewer players, you do more rounds. So a 3-player game, you do 4 rounds. 2-player game, you do 6 rounds. And so you'll still play the same amount of cards. In a 2-player game, you also have a dummy player. So you will take a set of starting cards from one of the unused players, and every turn you will reveal 2. Well, you'll reveal 1, I should say. You reveal like this, and those will be visible and usable. And then at the end of the round, you remove 1 and reset 1. So each turn there'll be two visible, and they'll reset turn to turn. Other than that, the game. Some cards are removed from this deck. You can see there'll be a little icon. There we go. There's one. You can see this card here has a little 2-player. You remove that card for the 2-player game. If you want to play solo, there is an automa There's Automa rules for playing solo as well. That's Oliva, like I said before, Mayfair Games is going to import this. Pythagoras is producing it. It will be available at Essen 2025. It will be available in the US at the same time through mayfairgames.com, mayfair-games.com, or your local retailer will have it as it will go into distribution as well. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.